Go ahead, Tony.
Awesome. Good evening, family. I'd like to welcome you to our Committee 3 meeting. The time is 7:26. We are at quorum. Sherry, is there anything you'd like to say?
No, I don't have anything to report.
Okay, and Joan, did you have anything you'd like to say? I cannot hear her. What did she say?
She said no, and she just wants to welcome everybody to our meeting tonight.
I hate that I can't hear y'all.
She said no, she just wants to welcome everybody to our meeting tonight.
This is not gonna work because I cannot hear a thing. I'm sorry, I can't hear a thing that y'all are saying. It's kind of mumbled.
Do they have the microphone, the little one? Because last time we put it in the middle, so we extended it to the middle.
We're gonna see if we can move the line.
Yeah.
Here, let's see.
Sure.
Does it extend?
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is pull it up further.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's good.
Is that
Well,
yeah.
go to the other.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that works.
There we
Okay.
go. Thank you. You know what?
So, Dr.
Yeah.
Samuels, you said there is nothing for community health focus for this evening, correct?
I'm going to present hopefully at the community board meeting. Present maybe a 5 to 10 slide PowerPoint, only about 5 minutes presentation on one of April healthcare initiatives. We have a choice of World Health Day, National Healthcare Decisions Day, World Autism Day, National Youth HIV/AIDS Awareness. We have World Hemophilia Day, National Prescription Drug Take Back Day, and Stress Awareness and Month, and Defeat Diabetes Month. So I have to choose which one.
Okay. That sounds awesome. What happened? Alpha, did you know what? Let me start with, we have Sheba Simpson Amsterdam, who is, as you all know, is somebody saying something?
No.
So
That's
what's
just
happening is the feedback. So the feedback is coming in from
Somebody.
the mic. From when you speak, it goes into their yeah.
Gotcha.
Trying.
Okay, so at this time we have a little excitement left over from last month, from Women's History Month, and we have Sheba Simpson Amsterdam, who is a activist and an author, and she's going to give us a lot of information. Sheba, can you join us now?
Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing?
we're good. We're good.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
So last month, Tolene asked me to speak about women's history, and the meeting that we attended, I attended, there was so much information being given. We didn't think it would be honorable to dishonor the women that I'm going to speak about in just a short period of time. So I'm taking this time to honor women who speak truth to power. In times of crisis, history calls upon the bold, the fearless, and the unapologetically strong to rise and defend what is right. Today, as our democracy stands at a dangerous crossroads, we must recognize and celebrate the women who had the courage to speak truth to power. Women who refuse to be silenced, who challenge injustice, and who fight for the soul of this nation. Former President Kamala Harris, Representative Maxine Waters, Representative Jasmine Crockett, and Representative Melanie Stansbury are not just leaders, they are warriors for democracy. They stand in the face of opposition, in the face of those who would rather see progress reversed, and they say, not on our watch. Former Vice President Kamala Harris has spent her career breaking barriers and standing up for the most vulnerable among us. She speaks with clarity and conviction about the threat of our democracy, the importance of voting rights, and the rights for economic justice. And at every turn, she has refused to back down, reminding us that the fight for a just America requires both resilience and action. It's not just enough to sit behind a keyboard and complain. We must be out there doing the work to say that we are the people and this is our democracy. Representative Maxine Waters, we all know her as Auntie Maxine. We love her, and she has been unafraid to demand accountability at the highest level of the government. She has spent decades calling out corruption and protecting the rights of Black Americans, women, and working families. Her famous words, reclaiming my time, were not just a moment, they are a movement. A declaration that no one has the right to waste our time with lies and excuses when the work of justice remains unfinished. And oh, we have Representative Jasmine Crockett. She's new, but she's a powerful voice in the fight for democracy. She does not mince words when calling out hypocrisy and holding the Republicans in Congress accountable. She represents a new generation of leaders who are bringing the fight to the very halls of power, refusing to let our democracy be dismantled piece by piece. Her fearlessness is exactly what we need in these times: direct, unshaken, and unwilling to bow to intimidation, even when it comes from the current United States Attorney General. And we can't forget Representative Melanie Stansbury, an advocate for working families, climate justice, and economic fairness. As she has shown us that speaking truth to power means standing up for policies that protect our communities, not just for the wealthy and well-connected. She speaks for the people, and she fights for a future where democracy works for everyone, not just the privileged few. These women should remind us all that democracy is not just an idea, it is an action. It is standing up, it is speaking out, it is refusing to let fear silence the truth. They remind us that the fight for voting rights, reproductive rights, civil rights, and economic justice is not just about policies, it's about people, it's about our lives, it's about our future. So today, I say to all of you, let us celebrate these women every day, not just during the month of March. Let us amplify their voices. Let us stand beside them, because they are not just fighting for themselves, they are fighting for all of us. And if they are willing to put everything on the line to defend democracy, then we must be willing to do the same. Because the truth is, my people, democracy is not only for the strong, as the people who are, it is only as strong as the people willing to fight for it. And I don't know about you, but I believe that the time to fight is right now. Thank you.
Tolene, you on mute if you're talking.
I love it. I'm glad you can see my lips. I was saying thank you very much to Ms. Simpson Amsterdam. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. The next person that will be presenting is Stephanie Bonilla. She is the CEC Vice President. That's the that's the Community Education, the Council for Education Community. And she's also the District 75 rep. So Ms. Bonilla. I know I saw her on. Ms. Bonilla.
Hello, good evening. One second, if it's okay, that way I could turn my camera on.
Thank you. Ms. Bonilla. Okay, while we're waiting for Ms. Bonilla, we also have Shante Albright and Stephanie Rojas that are here with us from the New York Public Library. Ladies, are you available to say a few words about what's going on?
Yeah, we can speak real quick.
We have a presentation that we wanted to share. Is it okay to do it now, or should we wait for?
Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead. You can.
Okay.
We could do the presentation.
All right, Shantae, do you mind presenting?
Let me see if I could do it. Hold on.
Ms. Rojas, is there anything you'd like to say while we're waiting?
I mean, I guess I can start the presentation without the slides. Wait, Shante, are you?
Yeah, I'm just having a little difficulties.
All right. No, no. I think I.
Is everyone able to see the presentation?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, great. I can start off. So, good evening. I hope everyone is doing well this evening. Um, we're from the New York Public Library. My name is Shantae Albright. I'm from the Wakefield Library, and I'm here with my colleague Stephanie Rojas from the Eastchester Library. And we're here to present free library services that we have at each of our locations. So the agenda, we're going to talk about library cards, online resources, culture paths, and programs that we provide at our locations for children, teens, and adults. So first I'm going to talk about library cards and how to get one and what you could use when you have a library card, a New York Public Library card. With a library card, you can check out up to 50 materials and up to 10 DVDs, access to ebooks and audiobooks, access to free databases, access to computers and laptops, and Culture Pass. Culture Pass, you're able to get free access to NYC museums.
Is there any way you can make it a little bit bigger, please?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
To
I
make it
think you.
bigger? Okay. Oh, sorry.
And say if you can just put in presentation mode.
Oh, presentation mode? Okay. And put it full
And
screen?
then and then click present and it should be able to see a full screen.
Okay.
There you go.
Everybody able to see that?
Yeah, that looks 100% better. Thank you.
Okay, sorry about that.
So I can speak on Simply E. So Simply E and Libby is two of our free application where you're able to read ebooks. You have all kinds of, it's almost as going to the library in person, but you're getting the books as an ebook, whether that is in a Kindle, whether that is on your smartphone, or anywhere else where you have a digital device. You can download both apps, and they will both give you access to tons of different ebooks at the library. The great things about ebooks is that you don't have to return them. Once you check it out, under your card, then you're able, after 3 weeks, it automatically gets deleted from your record. So you don't have to go through, like, sometimes it's a little bit difficult to go to the library and physically return the book. So if you have difficulty visiting the library then and returning those books, then Simply E and EB might be one of your resources that you might be interested in.
Brain Fuse. So we have two resources of Brain Fuse. We have Brain Fuse Help Now. With Brain Fuse Help Now, with just your library card, you could get free individual online tutoring using Brain Fuse. Brain Fuse tutoring is available from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. every single day. Get homework help in English or in Spanish. Perfect for practicing before a big test. And then we have Brain Fuse Job Now. Brain Fuse Job Now is free online career development. tool for job and seekers, and offers live chat career coaching from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. in both English and Spanish, an employment tool that are accessed 24/7.
And I also wanted to, before
Oh,
we move on to the next one, Shante, I
okay.
also wanted to highlight from Brainfuse Job Now, you also have access to different templates that you can use for your resume. A lot of people, when they come to the library, I see that they're using a website that they have to pay to get a resume done, when that shouldn't be the case. There's tons of resources out there where you can get a free resume. So Job Now will be one of those places where you can get a free resume that is usable and that is able to market you the right way. If you don't feel comfortable like doing your own resume, like Shantae mentioned, they also have live career coaches where they can direct you to the right path, whether that is interview tips that they can help you with, or just how to look for a job. Job Now has like tons of different resources that you have access to 24/7. So monometrics is another great resource that I also wanted to highlight. If you're studying for any kind of test, whether that is for if you have any children in the family that are going to school, most likely they will be taking the Common Core exams, so they can practice to they can use monometrics to practice for those tests. If you're taking any city exams like the MTA conductor, court officers, any kind of those city exams that you usually have to take a test for, they're all in this database as well. The GED, the NCLEX if you're studying to be a nurse. On the right side of your screen, you'll be able to see all the different categories where you can find the different study guides. So this is a great resource that you can use whether you have children all the way until adulthood, where you're studying for different type of exams.
Culture Pass, a service that allows library card holders to visit Culture Pass institutions throughout the city for free, which includes American Museum of Natural History, Intrepid Sea, Air and Space Museum, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and more. So if you're interested of getting like free passes to these institutions, you could visit www.culturepass.nyc.
Now that the weather is getting warmer, it's the perfect time to go outdoors and visit any of these locations. So we also wanted to highlight the STEAM Discovery Kits. These are STEM activities that we offer at the library that you can take home with you. It's for children to explore different kind of STEM activities, such as robotics, microbiology, engineering, coding, and many other different ones. The kit comes like in a bag or in a box, and in that box you'll be able to find activities that are geared for that specific category that you chose. And it also has different books that you can also read. You can check them out for up to 3 weeks. After those 3 weeks, you just have to return them. However, this is a great way that children can just learn and discover it through different STEM activities as well. All right, so this is the programs that we offer at the Eastchester branch. Can I go to the next one? All right, so I'm not sure if you guys were able to see where we were located at Eastchester. Our address is 1385 East Cone Hill Road. We are located right across the street from the 5 train. So it's not hard to miss us at all. Some of the children's programs that we are offering are Little Movers Story Time, which is hosted every Wednesday at 11 a.m. That's for children's ages 0 to 5. We have a new program called Bilingual Birdies, where we are exploring music and language through a live musician. So it's a way that we're introducing language to the children, to the child. That is in both English and Spanish. That's happening every Saturday at 2 p.m. It's a limited time program, so we're only going to be offering from April 5 to May 31st. So, but if you have a little one from the ages 0 to 5, they're more than welcome to come. All of our programs are free. You don't have to register for any of them, except one, which I will be mentioning right now. Read with a Therapy Dog, we only offer it once a month, the first Wednesday of the month. That one is the only one that is required registration. Basically, that program is meant for the child to practice their reading skills. Usually children tend to be really apprehensive when they're reading either in front of the class or when they're reading out loud. Through this program, they're able to feel a lot more comfortable because they're reading to a puppy, which basically the puppy will not judge you at all. So you'll be able to pet the puppy as well as read to it. So it's a different way that we encourage children to read and to have a love for learning and reading. We also have chess club every Tuesday from 4 to 6. You do not have to have you don't need to have any skills. You can, if you are a beginner, you can also start. This is also for children, I believe it's 0 to 12. We also have Genius Hour, which is our STEM workshops, which is every Wednesday at 3:30. Caregiver Craft is geared towards adults, but is also in conjunction with your child. Basically, during this program, we explore different kind of sensory toys that you can take home with you, and you can do different activities with your child with this toy. The idea is to make this toy with things that you can have at home, things that you don't have to purchase anything for, just things that you have at home that you can have access to it quickly, and that you can make those toys at home and play with your children. We also have Slime Lab, which children tend to love. So that's going to be on April 25 at 4 p.m. We also have an after-school programs Monday to Thursday from 3 to 6. This after-school program is a tutoring program for children. So if they need any help with any homework or any enrichment activities, if they're falling behind on any grades or any classes, then they can come and we can help them with their homework or with any activity that they would like to. Chante, can you move on to the next slide? So this is just, can you go back to my pictures? All right, so this is just some of the activities that we do at the library. We do a lot of STEM activities. We do a lot of arts and craft. And we also do a lot of reading to the children. So I just want you guys to have an idea of the things that we're doing at the branch. Next. Our team programs are hosted every Mondays and Thursdays. They range from, oh, my computer went off. So our team, sorry about that. Our team programs are happening every Monday and Thursday at 3:30. We do video games on Mondays and we do different kinds of art, designs, and technology on Thursday at 3:30. Next slide, please. And then we also have adult programs as well. We have computer classes on Mondays at 11. We offer arts and craft programs every Friday at 12. Those programs can range from sketching to clay sculpting, to painting, or just being able to see some of the art that we do at the branch and that we we put around the branch as well so that the community can see the work that everyone is doing. We talk a little bit about brain fuse in the beginning as well. We are going to have a training on how to use brain fuse on April 24th at 4:30. And this week we also celebrating Library Week, National Library Week. And in order to celebrate that, we're hosting different kinds of programs for the community tomorrow from 12 all the way to 4 o'clock. Questions before we move on? Okay.
So I'll be discussing programs at the Wakefield Library. The Wakefield Library is located at 4100 Lowry Place. It's right down the block from the Community Board 12. So for children's programs at Wakefield, we do offer family story time. So story time for children is from 0 to 5. And for this month, we having it on Saturday, April 12th at 3 p.m. So basically it's just, stories relating to like children. And we also have like a small early literacy space. So we utilize that space to have our story time with families, with children and families. April 14th at 3 p.m., we having a scavenger hunt for the kids. That's this coming Monday. So any children that might be interested of joining the program, is free. They don't have to sign up. But yeah, so that will be this Monday at 3 p.m. We also have a Builder Club. It's a STEM program. So basically we do science experiments, or like they'll use the Legos to like build different things. So that's every Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. We also have kids video games every Fridays. That's one of our popular programs for children. So that's every Fridays at 3:30. And we have an arts and crafts spring edition to celebrate spring. So that will be Monday, April 28th at 3:30. Also, Wakefield is another branch that have after school program, and the after school program is free. You can walk in, there's no sign up. So our after school program at Wakefield is every Monday through Thursday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. So I just sharing like different pictures of like children programs that we have at Wakefield. So usually sometimes we have the daycares, the neighborhood daycares come for story time and to play like different children activities. We have arts and crafts. Sometimes we have outside vendor come and do a performance for the kids. And then you'll see like in the top kids, that's one of our Builder Club programs. They are like building a tall tower. So Wakefield is one of the branches that is the teen center. It was sponsored by Google. So usually we have programs after school for teens. And for this teen center, we want to make it as a safe environment place for teens. So on Tuesdays, we have teen gaming every Tuesdays at 4 p.m. So this includes video games and board games. We have arts and crafts every Wednesday at 4 p.m. And we have positivity Thursdays every Thursday at 4 p.m. That program is basically teens to come in to express their stuff, be creative. Sometimes they have an opportunity to create art, poetry, writing, or just, just to hang out with their friends after school. And here you'll see like different activities that we had for teens in the past. We had a big celebration of our teen center last year. And then we had Assemblyman Carr Hesty's team do a teen enrichment program for the teens in the Wakefield community. So adult programs at Wakefield Library, we offer computer classes every Monday at 4 p.m. and every Fridays at 2 p.m. So the computer classes that we offer internet basics. We offer basic keyboarding because there's some of our patrons that come into the library, they need practice on typing on the keyboard. So we have that available. And then we have like computer 101. Sometimes, people want that one-on-one help. So we do offer that as our computer class as well. So for the month of April, we have a creative agent program with Harris. So this is our art program, Art Masters. So it already started. We already did 2 sessions already. So we have 2 left for this month of April. So it will be every Wednesday at 1 p.m. So a varieties of sketching, molten clay sculpture, and painting. So if you know anybody in the community that likes art, to like create things, like to paint, they more than welcome to come to this program. And it's free. They don't have to register. We have a few people that had attended this program already, but we would like more from the community to come and attend. And we also have U.S. citizenship program for anybody that's trying to take their citizenship test but needs practice. We offer that every Tuesdays at 1 p.m. And also, I know some adults like to play board games. So every Wednesdays at 4 p.m., we do have adult Uno. So we have like a group that comes in on Wednesdays afternoon to play Uno, either like 2 people or the group, but we offer that as of right now. And also, I want to mention too, I didn't get a chance to put it in the presentation. We partner with the Bronx Community Health Network. So tomorrow, at 10 a.m., from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., we're going to have them come through the Housing Connect clinics. So if you know anybody that's trying to sign up and looking for an apartment and trying to do it for Housing Connect, we do have that service available tomorrow. I did share with Ursula the flyer for the community board, Bronx Community 12 or 12 listserv. So the flyer should be attached. Thank you. Do anybody have any questions? Let me stop sharing so I can see.
So we just wanted to emphasize that we are a free space for everyone. We just want to make sure that we are supporting the community as much as we can. We are one of the very few spaces that you can come in, we don't tell you a thing. If you have any ideas of programs that you would like to see at any of our libraries, whether that's Eastchester or Wakefield, you can email us, and we're more than happy to try to make that happen. Again, we just want to support the community as much as we can.
And I'm gonna leave my email. We could leave our email in the chat. So just in case you want to contact both of us, you're more than welcome to. You can reach out to us on that email. I'm gonna put it in the chat now.
Ladies, thank you so much. I can't tell you how much you mean to me and how important it is. I know you're smiling. I love it. I mean, it's so important, especially right now for our children to have some place, to go and learn and share and, get things off their chests. So I really appreciate that. And anyone that's online that needs my information as well, it's in the chat. So at this time, I'm going to go back to see if Stephanie Bonilla, Miss Bonilla is ready.
Yes, I am, Miss Dickerson.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
I'll just turn on my camera real quick. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for having me today. I will be sharing my screen for a small presentation. Mm. Okay. My presentation will be on autism. Oh, sorry. We're able to see?
Yes, we can see it.
And here? Okay. My presentation is on autism awareness for Autism Awareness Month. My objective today is to build a better understanding on the autism spectrum disorder, review basic strategies on working with individuals with autism, and locate resources to support your family or someone in the community. What is autism spectrum? According to the Manual of Disorders and Statistics of Mental Processes, DMSV, autism is a mental and behavioral condition. The fundamental characteristics of autism are a developmental of social interaction and community and communication, clearly abnormal or deficient, and a very restricted, repetitive of activities and interests. Some of the common characteristics individuals with autism: persistent deficits in social communication and social interaction across multiple contexts and manifest of the following: deficit in social emotional exchange, deficit in nonverbal communication, deficit in developing, maintaining, and understanding relationships, restricted repetitive patterns of behavior, interests, or activities, and manifest of at least two of the following: stereotype or repetitive motor movements, use of objects, speech, insistence of sameness, inflexible adherence of routines and visual patterns, or nonverbal behaviors. I just want to express, as it says, deficit nonverbal communication and deficit social communication. Some of those things our children express differently. All of them don't express the same way. Some common characteristics continue are highly restrictive, fixated interest, or symptoms that must be present in early developmental period. Some of the warning signs are communication, social relationship, social conduct or behavior. The most significant signs are not responding to name when called, not showing objects or waving by, difficulties understanding other people's feelings, frequent tantrums, obsessions with particular objects. Social impact of children with autism. Autism has a great impact in society, not only because of social and communication challenges with people with autism, but also because of the lack of knowledge about autism. It is important to recognize to numerous studies of autism and publicity. Society is more aware of autism and the characteristics and the impact of early detection and treatment, like with related services or support. What are some parents' concerns? Delay of language development, loss of previously acquired speech, babbling, or social skills, avoidance of eye contact, persistent preference for solitude, restricted interests, repetitive behaviors, flapping and rocking, spinning, line up toys, and other objects. Improvement when early intervention is used. Many children are diagnosed with autism before the age of 3. The early intervention program from years 0 months to 3 years old, provides evaluation services at no cost to families. ABA, Applied Behavior Analysis, is one of the most effective treatments of autism under the Early Intervention Program. ABA is a scientific-based approach focused on learning and behavior, and it is used to increase communication skills and behaviors. Some basic strategies to help our children with autism is to teach time management, reinforce positive behaviors, use visual and social stories, be consistent each day, give choices for non-preferred activities, teach coping skills and calming strategies. There's a quote that I wanted to share. Autism is not a disability, but a different ability. These are some community resources that you could use in order to, if you have any concerns or you have a loved one that may have concerns. As of early intervention, you could call 311. You could also ask for a referral from your primary physician. They could guide you for CPSC as well and for OPWDD. Sorry. If there's any questions.
If they share that OPWDD phone number again.
Yes, you want? I could share it in the chat if you like.
Yeah, please. I work with some
No
clients.
problem.
We need that. We need
No
to do
problem.
interventions. Thank you.
And as I mentioned, I just wanted to highlight every children with autism is a different child. I am a parent with 2 children of autism. I have a boy and a girl. They are both different. My son is severe autism. My daughter is mild autism. And I could say I have a little bit of different worlds, even though they both have autism. My son is a little bit more restrictive verbally. He's less expressive. My daughter is more expressive verbally, but has more of emotional cues that we have to work on. So that's why I say, even though a child may be autistic, it doesn't, autism is viewed in different ways. It's not just on one scope. Thank you for letting me share.
Miss Bonilla, I want to thank you so very much. Miss Bonilla and I work very closely together with District 11 and CEC, and I'm smiling because Etonia is clapping. One of our other members, she's online and she's clapping and sending. And we got hearts. They're sending. As you all know, one of my licenses is special education, and I, like Miss Bonilla, my nephew has Asperger's, which is a totally different type, and he is a truck driver. I mean, you know, it's like you say, it's a different ability. He's an absolute charm. So I appreciate you coming. Thank you so much. You work very hard. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you again for having me, and I'll put the information in the chat.
Okay, and our next presenter, who I've been trying to, let me see, where is she? If you've ever, hold on. Okay, I think I lost her here. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Alpha, would you like to go on? You know, I know you had some things that you'd like to say. Mr.
Well,
Kamara?
I know the main thing that we was trying to bring to the big board meeting was again the deciding of the name. So I know we had pushed it to the next meeting with the group, but I just feel like we're just in a position where we're just trying to just get to the next step of like really just beginning the content. I really understand who's currently posting on our social media. And then again, the goal is always engagement. So I know we're just trying to figure that out in our next bigger forum. And I know you did send some information with I'm not sure if you want to talk about it in this one with the HIV presentation for the youth. Is that something you want to discuss as well, Tony?
And just to add to what Alpha said, we want to spotlight different community board members. But like Alpha said, we can't really do anything until we kind of get in control of social media. Once we kind of get in control of the page, then we can kind of actually start to make content. Right now, we can't really do much until we figure out who's controlling it and then how we can kind of start with that process. Once that process is started, then we can start posting content as soon as like tomorrow. But we can't do that if we don't know who's in control of the social media.
Yeah.
Because somebody's posting because I saw them post something on Facebook. So me and Alpha don't know who's in charge of that, but once we figure that out, then I think the next step will kind of start going with it.
Yeah. So I think it's more of just to support them. But I'll share like a quick screen. So kind of like the concept that we talked about prior was focusing on education, spotlighting businesses and
I'm
events.
gonna make that a little bit bigger because it's small.
Okay. And come on, Zoom. All right, we just gonna make everything big. Let me know if you can see.
Perfect now. Thank you.
All right, so is of course we are focusing on education, spotlighting, right? Spotlight and events. That's like the main three goals for social media. So right now we got to figure out the group name, and then I kind of created like little subtopics. So group name, what we're going to decide again is the D12 Connect, the BX12 Unity Hub, and the 12th Link. That's for social media. And that group is going to basically help to kind of get this whole thing rolling. Now, if I just focus on, this is the backlog, if I just focus on this one thing at a time, so what even is a community board? Where now we can take that and we can now break it down. So we can, for our social media, we can look at Community Board 101, where we can kind of explain what a community board is, right? And then, the basic, what it is and what it does. So word of the week could be a potential thing where we're talking about what is zoning, what is quorum. And again, we're trying to get community to be engaged. Who makes it the community board? This is the part that Dominic was talking about, that where we can now, what we want to do is start interviewing the board members, highlighting different diversity backgrounds, where that can be a particular post, so people can identify with their community board members and understand who their district managers are and these things of those nature. And then why should you care? We could probably utilize real life examples of changes that happen in the community boards, where we can look at the parks, the safety group, our group, and then we can even have, again, when we start implementing these stuff, street style interviews, where we could kind of go to our communities. Hey, have you ever heard of the community board? No, what is that? Or, things of that nature. And then again, educating on how to get involved. So I think just focusing just right now on the educational component. But once we get the group name, we'll focus on the educational part, where we could break this down. And then again, just really understand who's actually doing it now, and just figure out how we can partner with them. So that's my quick little spiel. And then that's my spiel for them. So we'll go to the big board, totally like we stated, but that's kind of it for tonight.
Okay, I noticed that Ms. Devon is back. If we allow her to present, if you in any way feel about Bronx Bound Books, I have watched her from afar for quite some time, and she is here with us.
Hello, everyone. Can you see me? I'm not really sure. I'm not really familiar with platform, but hopefully you can see me and hear me. Bronx Bound Books. I'm a mobile bookstore. I converted a bus into a bookstore that travels around the Bronx. Our goal is to make bookship affordable and accessible to everyone in our borough. Just really quickly want to talk about an event that we have at Bronx Library Center on Kingsbridge. This the 16th, we have an event with Roya Marsh. She's a brilliant poet since she's releasing her second book. So we've partnered with the library there and Roya to be, but she'll also be talking about her journey as an author. Hopefully she'll be performing her poetry and from her book. So this month is Poetry Month, and we're celebrating poetry at the Bronx Library Center. It is from 6 to 7. So what we do at Bronx Bound Books, we partner with different schools, shelters, hospitals, and different business improvement districts. When an organization our books also have that's free for the community to keep. And we believe in book ownership and them accessible, affordable. I think that's it. Anyone has any questions, ideas on how we can partner, please feel free. My email in the chat. Hopefully we can about bring more books to our community.
I thank you so very much. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you.
Thank you, Talene. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Good night. Dominique, were you getting ready to say something? Oh, wait, you have a question, Ms. Devon? There was a question. There's a question. Ms. Lopez? Ms. Lopez is asking, how can people track the bus?
That was gonna be my.
If you're on Instagram, we're working out a partnership with TikTok. Eventually, I had a meeting at their New York office yesterday. Hopefully, working on some things to make it more visible. I've been on a lot of different news, but now I'm working on being more locally recognized so that we can continue and grow. Our missions is also to actually open up a brick and mortar location in the Bronx. So it's kind of hard to rent space in the Bronx. I did look at some spaces out in Mount Vernon, which was easier to get a hold of the real estate agent. I don't know why it's easier than it is in the Bronx, but hopefully I can find that's suitable for the needs of our borough. We're on also on Facebook, and you can open our news, and you'll to find out anything letters.
Are there any more questions? That was a great question. Thanks, Ms. Lopez.
Thank you for responding.
Dominique, was there something that you were going to say before?
No, you answered my question. That was my question, was how to track Tanya, but she answered the question, so thank you. I followed it on Instagram.
Okay, awesome. No, I thought that there was something you wanted to add on to the social media.
Oh no, that was it. What Alpha said was the end. Thank you.
Okay, what other wonderful visitors do we have here? Or does Miss Murray have something to say?
A lot of information. Learning some great things, but
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
no, I really don't have anything to say tonight. I'm just really taking in everything and I'm learning some great information that's enough for me to share back to my community. That's it.
Ms. Bonilla is asking for somebody's email. Whose email, Stephanie?
I think the Bronx Bound Books.
Oh, Bronx Bound.
Yes. I just wanted to connect further about because she mentioned about the books and also about location. Um, I don't know how maybe the CC could help, maybe a school location could help if the I was listening about the rent.
It's in the chat.
Um,
No problem. Thank you.
I'm also a D vendor. I work with the D charter schools. Um, it's a little. It's easy to find me in the system for a D.
Oh, Stephanie, so now that we know that, this would be great for our resource fair,
That sounds great.
Well, right
right?
now, next week. Oh no, Saturday I'll be at Home Good by Michelle. I'll be giving away books by the bulk. Let's say you can't get a permit for being on premises. We do have books by the bulk. You just have the student, and actually we also have the parents as well. So it's a mixture of books that are for the community for them. Our goal is for the kids out of school to take 3 books they know they're gonna love, a book that they're curious about, or one of their friends reading it, or everyone's talking about the book, but they're not really sure. Here's a great opportunity for them to explore, and a book that they would have never picked up if they were gonna. So let's say there's an author or there's a cover that looks so appealing to them, but they're afraid to take that chance. So since they don't have maybe they can find out that they love this book and they're fall in love with reading all over again.
That sounds great. But we're having, there's
Thank
going to be a
you.
resource fair June 7th, where we have a save that date, and we're deciding on the exact location, and I'll get back to you with it. It's going to be on June 7th. So everybody save that date. From 11 to 3. Ms. Bonilla put it in. Jai from Ujamaa Garden, is there anything you'd like to say for Stakeholders Corner? Jai from
Can y'all
Ujamaa
hear
Garden.
me?
Hi.
Hi. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. No, I just wanted to say thank y'all so much for letting me be here. It's been really amazing to hear about all the things happening in the community. I haven't been to an education board meeting in a while, but I was coming around when we were starting the garden. So for those of y'all who don't know, Drama Garden is a youth-centered learning space and community garden where we grow food for free distribution, and it's located on the corner of Morola and Boston Road. So it's it's in between Eastchester Dyer and the Baychester Ave stops on the 5 train, and it's close to Seton Falls Park. But yeah, I think I'm really interested in connecting with schools to learn what's possible in terms of partnership and collaboration. We're really passionate about working with youth. I'm a lifelong youth educator, even outside of the garden. And we started the garden with the intention of serving young people in the community. I grew up on Gunther Ave, so kind of on the other side of the neighborhood, but I'm really passionate about the Northeast Bronx and especially about reconnecting youth with nature. I think as Black and Brown people, it's super integral to who we are. And growing up in the Bronx and in urban communities, there's not always opportunities for our children to learn about that side of them and their history. And then specifically, last growing season, we started a program for moms to receive free produce from a local farm on a bi-weekly basis. So starting in June, a cohort of 5 moms received produce from kale to squash to eggplant to tomatoes to onions to herbs. And that program is free, and it also involves this season we're looking for it to involve some dynamic programming, including community dinners and garden courses. So I'm also looking for places to table to connect with moms who are interested in that program. And so I'd also love to connect with schools about possibly tabling at school events. And I would definitely love to be at the resource fair that was mentioned earlier. Unfortunately, we're not on social media right now because our Instagram was hacked. So we're working on figuring out an alternative, whether it's a website or starting a new Instagram account. But I can put my email in the chat for anyone who's interested. And yeah, maybe not for this meeting, but maybe for next meeting. I would really just love to learn more about what partnering with the local schools would look like, because we're right in the area. All of the schools are walking distance from us. There's about 8 middle schools and public schools that are walking distance from us. All the ones that are around like Cardinal Spellman and the Seton Falls School. And yeah, I used to teach dance at BxCB12. And so yeah, I know where all the schools are. They're all really close. They're all walking distance. And I would just love for y'all to be more involved. We don't really have any partnerships with schools. And I think that's really a shame because I think that the youth are so responsive to the garden space whenever they do come out. They love learning about the flowers and the fruit that we're growing. And yeah, it can be a really valuable resource to parents as well, because like I said, we are partnering with local farms who have more capacity to grow food, and we are working on grants and programming to bring that food into the community free of cost for parents. So I think that's all I will say now, and I'll put my email in the chat. And yeah, I just would love to learn more about what partnering with schools could look like and what schools are interested in programming like that. Thank you for the space to talk.
Of course. It was just mentioned to you, I don't know if you saw it, that Latanya was asking about you becoming a DOE vendor.
Yeah, I don't really know what that means. So I would love to talk more with someone who knows more about that.
Okay, you have
possibly.
my number. My number and everything is in the
Yeah.
chat, but I'm sure you probably still have it. Get in contact.
Yeah, I do.
With me. I'll explain that to you.
Okay. Okay, sounds good.
Awesome. Was there anyone else? Anything else?
Yes. Good evening, everyone. My name is Stephanie Cancel.
Hey, Miss Kensel.
Hi, good evening. I'm excited to be here. I'm the newly appointed Director of Public Relations for an organization called Unique People Services. We serve people in the Bronx, in Brooklyn, and in Queens, but particularly in the neighborhood where Community Board 12 serves. We have, a few different locations and programs, a few offices, and our day hab is actually located there. So I was just coming to see, who was in and around the neighborhood, what all was going on, and I wanted to introduce myself because I'll be point of contact for any upcoming events or, like you said, the resource fair. We'd love to come and talk about who we are and what we provide to the community with our supportive housing and permanent housing for folks who have intellectual and developmental disabilities. So I'm really excited to be a part of the community. I'm sorry if I was long-winded, but thank you all for having me.
Long-winded is good. Long-winded works in this committee for us, especially sharing information. Appreciate you. Somebody getting ready to say something? Or is that the feedback?
Feedback.
I keep muting and unmuting just in case anybody wants to talk.
Alpha, did you understand? Because I didn't hear it. I couldn't get it.
No, it was a feedback. That's what that was happening to you.
Yeah, so what I was saying was I keep muting and unmuting just in case anybody wants to talk.
Gotcha. Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate you.
No problem.
Always, always. Is there anyone else who's in person that has anything to say?
I don't think so, too.
No, Sheila, no. Okay. Well, I truly appreciate all of you. Dr. Samuels, would you all like to adjourn? Is that where we are right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to get you all home safe.
So we're gonna make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 8:36 p.m. I make the motion to adjourn.
Second.
I'm sorry, who second?
Karen Skinner.
Oh, second. Okay, so thank you so very much. Everybody get home safe. Sending you blessings and love.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Good night,
everybody.
Okay.
See you next time.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
No problem. I'll send you a text, Ms. Dickerson.
Alrighty, please. And
Okay.
Ursula, we love you madly. Thank you so much.
Okay, have a good evening. Thank you for having the community.
Mr. Sybills, did you get my information out of the chat?